No Jumper, coolest podcast. We in here today with Peshi.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Nice to have you in here. I know there's been some discussions of you, some controversy, so I figured,
Yes,
it's time. We got to get the full story.
Appreciate you for that.
So let's go back to the beginning. You're from Iran originally?
Yeah,
Till what age?
to like 3.
3.
Yeah,
What were your parents doing out there?
man, I don't even know. We came out here from Iran. We went through like the whole immigrant, the immigration stuff that was going
process,
on
okay.
around that.
But they're originally from there. Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
And then we came out here when I was like 3. Stayed in Pakistan for like 2 years, and then came out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you moved right to Southern California?
Yep. Straight into Southern California.
Okay. And what was your life like when you moved out here? Where'd you move exactly?
The valley. Yeah, the valley, all over the valley, really. I did a lot of migrating and moving around, but really it was based like in the valley.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So all over, you could say, yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
how did you find it? I mean, obviously you're too young to really remember being in the Middle East, but
Yeah, I don't really remember much about it, honestly.
okay.
Yeah.
But what was high school like? Where'd you end up going to high school?
I went to like 3-4 different high schools. I went to Taft, I went to Locke, I went to El Camino, and I went to Chatsworth.
Okay.
Yeah, so all around the valley.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Somebody got their phone on?
Oh, yeah.
Or is that you?
Put the vibrator off or something?
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
could,
okay,
that'd
I
be
got
great.
you.
Okay. And like, what was high school like, generally speaking? I mean, we hear about how crazy high schools are in LA, but then we also hear that the valley's not as wild. What was it like from your perspective?
They say that, but it was kind of like the same as everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like you got like the cool crowd, the gang crowd, the skaters, the jocks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The whole way around, for sure. Yeah, it was definitely a lot of gang banging going on for sure. But yeah, it's like everywhere else you would say, you're going to high school, whether in the valley or in the LA, to me it's the same shit unless you're going to school in the burbs.
Right.
And
even in the burbs, kids are getting into fucked up shit in their own way.
in their own way, yeah.
For sure. What? So did you get involved in the gangbanging shit then, or what was your?
I was around it.
Okay.
I was around it. Yeah.
But didn't get fully initiated or anything?
No.
Just weren't interested, or?
No, I mean, I was around it, but, at a certain point, it's like, you do your stuff in the streets or whatever, but, you go home at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Okay, for sure. And so then how'd you end up in a group home?
I got adopted by, like, a foster family. Yeah.
What
like,
happened to your parents?
My parents were still around, but my father kind of, like, went back. Like, he went back to Iran for a little bit. So, I was just staying with them. They were kind of like a friend that I would come always sleep over at their house. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the mom was just like, at one point, like, what's going on with him? You know what I'm saying? And shout out my foster brother, Chris, by the way. Christopher. And then he was just like, oh, he's just always with us. And she was like, okay, well, like, what do we got to do? Do we got to like adopt him or something like that? You know what I'm saying? So I just ended up staying with them, or going on family trips with them.
Okay.
It's kind of felt like normal.
Because normally we hear group home and we're thinking like the adoption process where you get into a random ass home, and a lot of times that can be kind of crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was somebody you already sort of knew?
It was somebody I went to school with, and
Right.
like me, like I was just always out and about all the time, So I would sleep over at his house a lot every day, you know what I'm saying? It came to a point where his mom was like, bro, what is he doing? You know what I'm saying? And then they just liked me. They're a really Christian built family home. So yeah, they just took me in, you know what I'm saying? I was with them for like a couple years till I was like 17, 18 or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
And were you getting in trouble, generally speaking, during this time period, or were you?
Yeah, I was getting in a lot of trouble.
Okay, what kind of stuff?
Yeah, just stupid shit. Always having the cops come to the house, robberies, just dumb shit you do when you're a kid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just dumb stuff. Yeah, like cops always coming to the house, burning the floor at the apartment complex we live on, setting shit on fire. Yeah.
Okay. But nothing super serious that got you in jail or anything?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, a couple
Quick
things.
little
Like, yeah,
bit-
quick
little
little,
stay.
like, in and outers and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. And, okay, what do you do when you graduate high school?
Man, I just, that's around the time where I just fell in love with music. I fell in love with music, and then shout out Big Boy from the radio. That's when Big Boy signed me, fresh out of high school. Yeah.
How'd you get into his realm?
Label? Well, Big Boy, they had like a freestyle competition that went like super big. Like, and I guess like I won first place in the freestyle. Remember we did one with No Jumper with Lil Xan and them outside the store too. Remember?
Oh, I do remember.
Yeah.
That,
But yeah, they had like a freestyle competition. I won first place, and Big was like, damn, that kid's dope. He thought I was black the whole time until he actually met me.
Okay.
Yeah, but then he met me and he was like, damn, and he heard my music and he was like, damn, that's dope. And then he signed me to his label through Priority. Yeah, and I was with them for three and a half years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was that process? Like, what was he bringing to the table? Was he actually like really involved with your music and stuff?
Big, I'll be honest about Big Boy. Big Boy, he helped me out a lot as far as learning the game and understanding it. That's why I have a strong love for him, because he always would sit me down and tell me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are the do's, these are the don'ts, you know? Like, he took us over to the Bay, sat down with E40. Like, you know, it was me, Greedy, well, his name is 03 Greedo now, but me, 03 Greedo, TF Third, and Elijah Banks. Us four, we were all signed to Big Boy's label.
Wow.
And then 03 ended up going with his situation. I ended up kind of, you know, I was with Absol and like the whole little TDE thing around that time. So I kind of floated that way. And then Greedo got picked up by Alamo, I think it was.
Yeah.
By Alamo, yeah. So we kind of just like all like split ways.
Is Big Boy exactly the same behind the scenes when you've been around him for a long period of time as he is like his polished sort of radio personality?
Nah.
You get a different version of him?
Yeah, it's a completely different version. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because I've been at the radio station too. Like, you know, when he'll bring people on, like that's when I like my pictures with like J-Lo or like my pictures with like Gucci and all that. That was like when Big would come and interview them, and then after he'd be like, oh, take a picture with my artist. You know,
were you guys like the last artist that Big Boy signed?
Yeah, we were the
he
last artist that
gave
Big
up
Boy
on
signed.
that dream at some point?
I mean, I can't say that. You know, Big Boy's still heavily involved in what I do.
He still has a bunch of artists?
Well, I don't know. I can't speak on that. I wouldn't know.
I feel like there's a lot of like, you know, legacy hip hop personalities that at some point or another decide they want to be the kind of guy who signs artists, and then at some point realize his shit is not. It's a lot more work, and then whatever else you're doing to make money.
Yeah,
and
Big
super
been here.
Unsure. Yeah, we had him on back in the day. 2018,
I remember. Yeah,
probably.
God was supposed to come. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
No, definitely. But okay, so that's interesting to think about all those personalities under one roof.
Under one roof.
But it never felt like a group or nothing, right?
No, not really, because we all had our own agendas, you know. But he did like a lot of, you know what I mean? Like I think around that time, TF Third, he was the one that was like ahead of going. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He was the one that was like batter up, and then he had a song with E40 that went on the radio, and then it was, you know, and then like sometimes just things I guess don't go as planned. I mean, I don't really know what happened with that, but I do know Big Boy until this day. I still talk to him all the time. I told him I was coming here. You know what I'm saying? He chopped it up with me, and he's a good dude. He has a good heart. Like, you know, like I kind of thought once like the deal was done, like it was like finito, you know what I'm saying? But actually, no, the family, like he's still like a very like family grounded person. He runs into my family members all the time and talks about me, you know?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have my mom tell me like, hey, I ran into him at Gelson's. So.
No, for sure. I look at Big Boy as like my, you know, one of the primary examples I could see of like how you could still be a relevant hip hop content creator into your 50s.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people lose it. By the time you get to 50, man, you're pretty fucking old. It's tough to be relevant at 50 is no small
challenge. With the rapping
challenge.
or with the podcasting?
As a rapper,
I feel like
nobody is relevant at 50.
Yeah.
Maybe like Jay-Z. But as like a media personality, you could definitely do it. But it's like, it's a challenge. You have to really stay like close to the culture. You know, it's very easy to start to give off old man vibes. And Big Boy somehow has managed. I feel like even like right now, I feel like he's kind of like going harder with the podcast and stuff because he just had Black Sam. I just watched him do the Harry O interview. I feel like he's actually dipping into his Rolodex and being like,
"You guys inspired that too, though. You know that, right?" And I'm sure Big chime in and say the same thing. You guys inspired that a lot too because you guys showed that podcasting. I mean, verbatim, it is bigger than radio, right? Is it or?
I mean, it depends on how you want to view it. I think that the money in the radio shit might still be more, but podcasts in terms of like really reaching like an audience and especially like a street level audience, because you got to remember that like you don't have to pay any money to have YouTube. So what are they doing in the projects? They're watching YouTube.
They're watching YouTube
like, more than anything else. They might not really be with Netflix and Hulu and all these other
even in the jails.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
They're watching
YouTube, and that's why like NBA YoungBoy is number one artist on YouTube.
Period.
Who do the streets love? They love YoungBoy.
They love YoungBoy, so they for sure. Yeah, YoungBoy is heavily influencing the streets.
But if you were to look at the number one artist on Spotify,
shout out YoungBoy. That's my guy.
Number one Spotify artist or Apple Music might be a different artist because it's like a different clientele.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, so that ends up not really working out as time goes by. But what were you saying about the TDE connection? You were
No. I was just Ab-Soul was one of my close guys. You know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of music with him out. You know, but around that time is really when I was trying to study the indie. Like, okay, how can indie? Well, you got a bottle of water or something? Around that time is when I started to figure out, like, damn, the indie wave can really be that big. Because you got to understand, like, the era of rapping that I came from was the era of rapping that I came from was always knowing, like, oh, he got signed to a label, he's out of here, you know? But then you see, like, rest in peace, Mac Miller, you know what I'm saying? You see somebody like him that really did it on the indie field, and he got very high to where he was going. So then it makes, like, an artist like me kind of interested behind that, you know? So after that, I never really went searching for a label, even though I've had a couple labels contact me since then, but kind of wanted to do, like, the indie thing. See how it went from that point on.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And all right, I'm trying to think about how what order this is all going to, because that has us up to like 2015 or whatever.
Around 2014.
Around the time that the big boy thing kind of fades out.
Kind of like fades out, yeah.
So then, how do you find the game as an independent artist during this whole time period?
It was good. I definitely had like projects that went good. I seen well over 6 figures off my music, like with proof, you know, that I've shown these labels. You know, just finding the streaming ways and whatnot. I had a lot of dope artists reach out to me along the way and help me out. You know what I'm saying? Like. And some of them being real dudes and some of them not. But, you know, it's the industry. That's what it comes with. It comes with the good and the bad. You got to take it with the punches, how it comes.
Right. So did you get a lot of blowback from the Persian community, them thinking that you were doing something distinctly un-Persian or whatever? There's got to be some kind of slang term for a Persian dude acting like a black dude.
No, yeah, for sure.
What is it? I don't know what it is.
Definitely, yeah. Not really so far on. Like the ones that knew me and knew how I grew up, it didn't really. But yeah, but then like once they started like, you know, really like chiming in and seeing everything that was going on, they kind of was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, you get it how you live type thing, you know, like that type of
Persians
thing.
are a very discussed community within LA.
Yes.
I'm around the Armenians. They're talking about the Persians. You know, people have like assumptions about them. Some people love them. Some people are sort of skeptical of them. But there's just like a lot of stereotypes in general.
For sure.
I've frequently said that my type, the hottest girls to me, are like you walk into a Gucci store and you just see a random Persian lady. That's the hottest chick in the mall.
For sure, yeah.
I don't know why, but I somehow feel that way.
No, but you're right, though.
Okay.
You are right, yeah.
Good. All right. But, all right, so you didn't get too much crazy shit from that community or
really.
what?
Not really. I didn't really get to them. To be honest with you, I didn't. Like they all, if anything, to be honest with you, like my fans, like and people that support my music, buy my merch, whatever I got going on, a lot of them actually happen to be Middle Eastern, whether if they're Moroccan, whether if they're Persian, Armenian. They actually, I do see the support on where they come from, but nevertheless, like my family, most of them are black. Right. Like, you know, to say the truth. I mean, I'm in a predominantly heavily influenced heavy game that's brought upon by black people.
Right.
You know, so yeah, but they are, for sure. There are Middle Easterns that do support me though.
The Persians are definitely probably underrepresented in rapping.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, they got their own music that's kind of cool.
For sure. They got their own world, for sure.
They got their own music that's kind of cool. You ever heard of Gugush? She's hard.
No.
Yeah, she's hard.
Sometimes when I find out about the stuff that the Armenians are listening to and stuff. There's a guy, you ever heard of DJ Bobo?
Yeah, I actually have heard of him. That's funny.
God, that's insane.
I fuck with the Armenians too, they're my peoples.
Yeah, okay, dope. Yeah. Shout out DJ Bobo. I gotta figure out where he's from. Okay, but so when did you become a Piru? When did that come into the picture?
That kind of happened like through my man's you heard of Pool Rider, right?
Yeah.
Pool Rider kind of was like my man's you know, that was my boy. He was the one that was supposed to A&R and do the management shit behind me and all that. I'm gonna just tell you the full on story. Okay. What transpired. When Pool Rider got out of jail, he started floating around with me. One time he was on the phone with somebody and that person was like, oh, he ain't get his official put on. He kind of felt some type of way, but didn't say nothing. Okay. Rest in peace, Pool Rider, by the way.
How'd you dodge the put on?
I didn't. I'm about to tell you what happened. I'm about to tell you what happened. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people from there that move around know,
the
story. Yeah.
That's crazy. I never thought Gatorade would make water. Wow, anybody can make water. That's sick.
So then second time we was at Chipotle and then we ran into somebody that was also from there that said something about it. So on the way back, started getting very angry, like punching the the dash, like can't nobody, you have no say so on who I'll move around, this and that, you know what I'm saying? And then when we went back to my studio, out of nowhere, he just called me into the backyard and said, put your dukes up. Just took off on me.
So he was mad at people asking him about it, but then he was like, here's how we're going to fix this problem. And then
after that, he was like, can't nobody ever say you're not from the hood. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it was. And I got a lot of love for that man because that man believed in me more than a lot of people did, you know, and it sucks he's not here no more. But yeah.
So how long was this put on? Was it an intense one or was it to just get it over with?
I ain't gonna lie, that man got to punch hard as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I just want to put my dukes up, bro, and just took off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was over with. You know what I'm saying?
How old are you?
I was 22, 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But how did you not do it in the first place? How did you kind of manage?
I mean, like you got, like I'm gonna tell you one thing too, and I know you could for sure like contest to this. Like with the rapping shit, even if you're not from somewhere but you grew up over there, the minute you start gaining some type of attention or that, they start like, you know, they start forming behind you. You know what I'm saying? And some of them dudes become your real friends.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, and I know you've seen that as far as
for sure.
So yeah, you know, but.
Definitely. Because, I mean, some people don't get put on and then it ends up getting used against them as a way to discredit them.
I know a lot of real dudes that's really them dudes that didn't even have to do that. Right. It would be a disgrace to say who put you on.
I interviewed a very reputable, popular Piru a couple of days ago.
Yeah, you know who I got with me out there? Like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like,
right. And he said in another interview I watched, he said, yeah, I never did. It's like family. I've been around since day one. We never did it.
Yeah.
But,
sure.
Yeah, okay, interesting. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's like when you're trying to get on good terms with a rapper or somebody who feels like they got clout, a lot of people will be willing to waive whatever.
Thank you. That's why I fuck with you, Adam. Like, you feel me? Like, that's why I fuck with you because I feel like you know how to, like, of course we know there's selective politicking going on. That's 100% fact. Anybody that's gangbanging in 2024 will tell you selective politicking is just, it is what it is. But I feel like you know how to pick between the right and the, you know what I'm saying? It's, you're just not going to stand behind somebody, even like the feud you have with some people that work with you in your company and other people. You still don't get in the middle of that, which I respect that, like as a man, you know what I'm saying? You learn to know when it's like, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to do what I can, but shit, I'm not stepping in the middle of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which I respect.
It's hard to be Switzerland and not take a side during some of these situations, but you know, I do my best.
Come on.
Okay. But so after that, things proceed as normal. I guess I'm trying to figure out when you start hanging out with some of the guys that I kind of like met you through.
Yeah.
Here and
sure.
shit.
I've known them for years.
Wack and his homies.
For sure, yeah. Been around them for years, and after that, everything was cool.
Okay.
Was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everything cool. You know, I'm with them. You know what I mean? If it's that, it's that. You know, and yeah. But you know, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like a lot of the people, you know, and I think you know who I'm talking about. Like them dudes really just loved me and wanted me to pursue my music. Like I had a couple of them pull me to the side. Like yo, like you know, like when they heard my album, they seen like, damn, he got Bruno Mars on his album, he got Chris Brown on his album. Like, hey, bro, focus on doing you. You know what I'm saying? You're doing whatever you're doing. It must be right. Just focus on doing you. Like, don't even let this shit distract you. And that's where, like, you know, like the weird allegations and shit popping up. Like, I don't with, because it's like at the end of the day, bro, like let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like usually when you come here, aren't you supposed to be reading some type of work? Aren't you? So I sent you stuff. I don't know if you took a look at it.
You sent me some text messages. Yeah.
You know, so that's coming from the dude that, you know, I mean, whenever you want to get into that, we could talk about that, you know?
Right.
But yeah, but that was the answer to your question though.
Okay. Yeah. Might as well dive into that. So basically like, there was some kind of arrest. Like footage came out of an arrest in which it was alleged that you were talking too much to the cops. Yeah. What was that situation? Like what's actually going on in that body cam footage?
In that body cam footage, basically, and as far as talking too much, you know, let's just say I learned my lesson, you know? So like as far as talking too much, I get that. But the thing is the kid that put out that dash cam footage that said what he said, really at the end of the day, that shit is a lie because he ended up walking free from that case. And I'm actually the one that actually went down for that, number one. But number two, he had a guard card. So before the cops like swing up on us, he was like, I got a guard card. Don't trip. I'll go down. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's good. And
so like I'm a security guard, so I can take the charge.
I never knew that, but I knew he had a guard card. But yeah, but I guess like a guard card, you can have one and then you can have like a secondary. I guess I don't know nothing about that. Well, I've never had a guard.
That's a cheat code. I might be a guard too. Fuck it. Yeah. That's a great idea.
So what I wanted to say next on that was, the lady cop that was speaking to him was talking to him. They had a little distance from me. I'm already handcuffed, right? So when the guy says, whose gun is that? I'm thinking the dude's already talking. I'm like, didn't he just say it was his gun? And as soon as I say that, he looks like, no, it wasn't. And the next thing that came out of my mouth was I looked at him with a salty stare and was like, yeah, that's my gun. And that was the end of that. Really, where the hood got mad at me at was because I told the cops where I was from, which you got to understand, my generation, we not like, what are you talking about? You go on the internet and tell people where you're from 100 times a day.
Gang-wise.
Yes.
Right.
And
they asked you that? They were like, what gang are you from?
No, they were just talking and they brought up like another, like gang, right. And as soon as they brought that up, I told them where I was from, you know what I'm saying? And that's where my discipline came from, because they said that wasn't supposed to be done, but my generation, we were never taught that. So excuse me, you know what I'm saying? We were never taught, but don't, like I said, I still, pulled up and whatever had to be, them dudes don't play around, you know what I'm saying?
It's
so
kind of hard to find fault with that, because realistically, you're going to be in an interview and they're going to ask you what gang you're from, and you'll say,
I was on probation. I was on AB 109. It's on the computer.
Half these dudes got their gang affiliation in their Instagram bio or something close to it, or like you could spend 5 minutes on their Instagram and figure it out.
Thank you, Adam.
So I feel like I'm surprised that would be such a big deal. Like, I understand, like,
I had to pull up
when the footage comes out of King Yella and he's kind of doing that about other people, but he is saying like people's gang affiliations that are like the most well-known gang affiliations in hip hop. Like, Lil Durk's a BD, Offset's a GD, whatever.
We could just listen to number 2, number 5, and number 9 on their album, and you'll know that.
I could ask Google right now, is Lil Durk a Black Disciple? And it's going to say, yes, he is.
For sure.
I don't even have to do it because I already know it's going to do it.
Come on.
But all right, that's interesting. So, all right. So
shout out Durk too. He's on my project too.
But what year was that situation?
That was 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
That was 4 years ago, yeah.
And so how does the body camera footage end up making its way to the internet?
Man, I'm going to be honest. The sad part about this is what I do not fuck with, bro, is that body cam footage. A lot of people around, they already knew about that shit. People already knew about that. All of a sudden it hits the internet. People got their 1 and 2s. They want to add on it. Go ahead. That's fine. Like I said, I don't got beef for nobody. People got beef with me. That's cool. That's on them.
But it was leaked by one of the dudes involved in the situation.
That them DMs that I just showed you.
And so but he said, I'm going to take the charge for the gun. And then when it, like 5 minutes later, the cops are asking whose gun's who. And he just
said,
like,
I got a guard. He said word for word. He said, I got a guard card. I got it. Don't trip. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I bailed him out. And after I bailed him out, he came and slept at my house that night and still hung with me. Everything, cool. So when you're going out and you're doing all this years later over something that happened with you and my name got brought up and you're like, well, now I'm going to expose you. You got 10 minutes to give me this amount of money. I'm going to put it on the internet. Go put it on the internet, bro.
Really?
Go ahead. Have fun with it.
Wow.
Put it on the internet. Here, you want wax number? Go ahead. Put it on the internet.
But so he got called out for a completely separate situation and then he tried to use this to like basically lessen the blow?
That's why he's on the DMs. He said you were a casualty at war. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Some cutthroat shit.
Some real cutthroat shit, but it's the game, At the end, like I said, I roll with the punches. And like I said, bro, like I learned from my mistakes, talking to me. I talked a little too much, you know what I'm saying? It don't mean there's no excuses. I was drunk. I was on this much shots of tequila. No, it don't matter. Like, at the end of the day, like, I definitely learned my mistakes from where I was wrong from, but I'm definitely not going to let nobody put that snitch or that rat tag on me. You know what I'm saying? So let's just that be clear.
Okay. And so this was a DP, not a put off.
Yeah, it was a DP for sure.
Got it. Yeah. And so, I mean, we already talked about who officiated it on the Adam and Wack show.
Yeah,
so
we don't need to. Yeah, I don't even want to. Yeah,
okay.
let's just let that be cool.
But are you like now on bad terms?
No, I just talked to him.
It's back to normal after that. Back to normal.
I mean, that's really, if you really know game, that's how, you know what I'm saying, bro? Tiny Bugsy over here, he'll tell you it's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, what happened right after DP? It go right back to normal. Yes or no?
Smoke a blunt, hang out?
Huh? Program. Simple.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's basically what it was. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy. How do you feel about it getting kind of like brought to the internet since it didn't have to be,
I didn't like that. And a couple of like, it's a lot of, I'll be honest with you, bro. So many people like in the DMs chiming in about what they think. Hey, you should do that. Adam's the devil, this and that. I'm like, bro, look, at the end of the day, I don't care about none of that shit, bro. I'm just, like I said, I'm here to let the truth be known, and like I said, I'm not sitting here saying I'm proud. The talking too much. Yeah, bro, I learned from that. That was my mistake. It's cool. It happened. You know what I'm saying? I got my discipline. I'm here now. Like, it's good, you know? Did I learn from it? Yeah, you know, I learned less is more. You feel me? So
for sure. What was your relationship with Wack prior to all this, like from early on?
That's my boy.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my boy. Me and Wack was like, you know what I'm saying? Me and Wack, we cool. That's my guy. I just talked to Wack yesterday.
Okay.
Like, yeah, that's my boy. Wack is cool. He
did he advise you early on to not join a gang? Because he kind of said that on the podcast that he's like, that's what I told him was going to happen.
Nah, I'll be honest. If we really want to be honest, nah. Wack never really, you know. No, not really.
That's like selective history,
selective politic, and the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I don't know. But, you know, I fuck with that's the homie. I ain't never, like I said, bro, he's looked out for me in many ways. I've tried to look out for him in many ways, you know, whatever we could do for one another. You know what I'm saying? It's a give and take type of relationship. You know what I'm saying? I done jumped out the window for him with a few situations. The comp situation, I let that be completely him.
Wow.
The Bricc situation, I'm going to tell you, bro, that was me having to choose sides.
Really?
Bricc was my dog.
Okay.
Sleeping in his crib all day. I had to choose sides.
Wack told you got to choose sides.
No, hell no. I'm a loyal person.
Okay. You just knew that it was wrong for you to keep hanging out with both of them?
Bro. So I'm choosing sides, bro. Even though that was my dog, I'm choosing sides, bro. Period.
Really?
Yeah,
so
bro.
Where'd the relationship with Wack come from? Or excuse me, with Bricc?
Well, Bricc, I've been to Bricc through my boy Ren-Paul, my boy Conrad from the Avs. Like, they introduced me to him. Been cool ever since. Cool dude. Be at his house. He'd be at my house, chilling. Cool. Like, you know, had no problems. You know, stand up dude. That's why the internet shit kind of like, I guess, turned him into a different person. I don't know. Like, the person that I knew, cool dude.
But you had to cease being friends with him. Was the only thing that got in the way of that was just the fact that the dudes that you were really hanging out with weren't fucking with him?
He was talking about Wack in certain ways, and I just felt like I had to speak up and tell him, like, hey, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless you're going to tell that man directly, bro, watch your mouth. Period. Right. And he felt some type of way about that.
Damn.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the live shit, all he did about, you know what I mean? He went extra on the internet. I didn't do none of that. If you go and type in my name, all the Bricc baby shit, none of that shit has anything to do with me chiming back into it. Yeah. Same shit. Even when Cam Capone asked me, like, yo, I'm looking it up and it says a bunch of Bricc baby and Peshi. Yeah, bro, that's between him. That has nothing to do with me.
Okay.
So I didn't go on the internet with that situation at all.
Okay. Interesting. All right. And so that was the end of you and Bricc being cool at that point.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. And then
you don't fuck with compa no more neither, right?
No, the compa thing is over.
How did I know? That was funny.
Honestly, like my beef with compa is like not serious in any way. I'm just gonna be real. Even though
I know.
On the song, I said that I would probably rob him. I was just around.
Hey, you be rapping now, huh?
I be rapping now.
Okay, that's what's up. I'll give you that. You be rapping now.
I'm not the best version of myself right now because I was up late in the studio last night getting my rap on. Okay, but that's its own.
We might have to do a little feature together then. Okay,
shit, maybe. Yeah. But okay, compa. The only thing I'm gonna be real. The only thing that he ever did to me was just, well, besides like showing up on the podcast, just being loaded as a million times and just kind of slowly getting on my nerves.
That's what happened when we pulled up on him.
He really, it was just the fact that he was clearly loaded one day. He goes on Instagram Live and says, fuck out him, man.
For real?
And I already was kind of like over him as a podcaster.
I didn't even see that.
But as dudes, I'm like, whatever, we're still cool. And then he did that. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess we're not friends. And now he like blames it on being on a bender or whatever. It's like, okay, I get it.
He always says being on a bender.
Like, it's the coolest thing in the world to be on a bender.
Next time, don't send your friend downstairs, compa. That's not right.
Okay, explain that. Explain like what happened, because we seen the video of someone running through an alley. We hear about
and there's
a
lot more footage too, of course. But like I said, I never gave it all up because I did. Like even when Wack was on here, you know, I love it. It ain't no disrespect, but I'm saying like how he was on here making it seem like he was the one that had the girl in the car with him. You knew because he handed you the phone. You a smart dude. But
it was funny because Swifty Blue had already basically like
I sent the video to Swifty. I focused on Swifty. Just dropped the music video.
I had seen the footage from Swifty, and then I'm sitting here with Wack,
Swifty right now,
and Wack starts taking credit for the footage, like as if he set it up, and I'm like,
thank you.
Swifty already
knew,
like earlier that day.
Yeah, because I sent it to Swifty. Me and Swifty, like, you know what I mean? That's
What's going on with Swifty right now? Swifty is mad at me right now, so I'll speak about that. He's mad because we, I guess, fell in line with this narrative that he got punked out at the gas station by a high schooler and then went to the high school looking for him.
He DM'd me about that.
Swifty was not happy about the fact that we went along with that narrative. He said that he like lives over there, that he was not going like. I don't know. He basically said that is not what happened. That's a little too crazy because that's some burnt out shit to go to a high school looking for a fucking.
Let me tell you something. What I didn't with was how they're trying to petition a $5,000 bail ship for him. I think that's so up, bro. Like, that'll ruin that man's image, bro. Why are y'all doing that, bro? Petitioning 5,000 to get that man out of jail. I know Swifty personally, bro. That nigga take care of his daughters, bro. Right. I done been in ESPs with him, bro. Like, for Swifty, you have too. But
there's his homie trying to raise $5,000 to get him out.
I hit his homie like, don't be like that'll. Come on, bro. That's $5,000, bro.
It made like $100.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know where it's at right now.
Shout out Leland London. She the one that got me out of jail. Really? But okay.
Yeah. So I guess I got to get Swifty on here to figure out what he actually, what actually happened or why he got arrested at that high school. I don't know,
but I think that was dumb. You should never go as a grown ass man. Do not go pull up to a high school. High school is nothing but kids under 18. There was no point in you doing that. But with the compa situation you asked me about, if you notice, I never tried to go and try to like take credit for that. I let it post. Whatever that was on the net said was supposed to be posted. I had the girl over there with him, and I told Wack, what do you want me to do?
You sent the girl, what was her name?
So I had I told Wack, what do you want me to do? Whatever you want done, we're gonna get it done. He kind of let that man really live that day. You feel what I'm saying? Not like that, but he let him go. Right. You know, like it. You know, and then the shit that happened after that stuff you already know. Which, you know, I'm not gonna be, you know, like set his man's down. The whole thing happened, dude. You know, I'll send you all the footage now. I don't care. I'll send you all the footage now. It's good. Right. You know, but yeah.
But you probably wanted something to happen to Compa regardless, because when he was on this podcast,
I didn't want no attention from it, but yeah, I wanted some. Yeah,
when he did that first interview, and that's why I hate that Compa so many times has gone on the podcast and acted like a victim for the whole Wack thing. Yeah, when it's like, you came on the podcast, you dissed his hood. We all know how this works. That gives him the right to do whatever the he wants from there. Like, you started it on camera. None of us would have known. The average rap fan, the average No Jumper fan
wouldn't know. Would not know. No idea. No nothing.
From does not get along with where Wack.
Not at all. They would not have known.
I would have known.
You're right.
But Wack would have been able to see him, and it would have been nothing. Yeah. If he hadn't said something about it, he would have been able to see him here, and it would have been professional. Yeah. Compa decided to jump out the window and diss his whole neighborhood. Yeah. And he could say, "Oh, I only said that thing or whatever," but it's like,
it's all internet shit.
You know what you said.
It's all internet shit at the end of that. That's why when I seen you weren't, you not with him no more, I was like, damn, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's all internet shit, but some shit, if you diss somebody's hood, you know what's up. You know something's gonna happen from that.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're dealing with some people that are on some tough shit, yeah, it's gonna happen.
And at the end of the day, like I said, me personally, bro, the only thing I ever done was I'm just a loyal person, bro. You know, I do my music, bro. You know, at the end of the day, that's really what I'm pushing forward towards is that. And really everything else that come with it to me is really bullshit, bro. It's here today and gone tomorrow. You know, like that's really what it is, you know, but when it comes to somebody's integrity or somebody's character being scrutinized to be something else that it isn't, bro, that'll like kind of like get to you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never told on anybody in my life, you know, nobody has ever done a day in prison due to a crime I've committed, you know? So yeah, but that's crazy though, how it happened, because you know, I when I seen you and him weren't cool, I'm like, damn, I was looking at the internet like, what the
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like I feel bad for him in a lot of ways.
I do too.
He just seems like he's so under the spell of his addiction that even like it just doesn't feel like he can get it together. Like no matter what, like he can't even like come on a podcast and act normal and have a good conversation. Like he got given such a lifeline of like coming on this podcast a shitload of times and getting a chance to like really build up his brand, and he never did like a serious effort. Like he always came in either way too up or on some weird like getting clean, tweaked out, strange behavior ass shit.
But also it's because a lot of his business has been put out on the internet. Yeah. It's fucked up, bro, when you can't live your life the way you want to because all your business is put out on the internet. Who wants that? Even with the gang in the street shit, a lot of this shit should not be on the internet, but it is. Yeah, we're here. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of gang shit doesn't make its way onto camera, but like something like that, it's like when his first introduction to the No Jumper universe is coming on here and dissing Wack's hood, it's like that makes Wack or whoever is from there want to do something that is going to get some attention.
For sure.
You said something that got some attention.
100%.
So we can't just beat your ass in private.
No, hell no.
We got to do something
we're
that
going to make sure that the internet's going to know about. So even if we do see it, we're going to flick a camera on. Yeah. For sure.
Whereas if it had been more of a street thing, it probably might not have made its way to the internet.
You see the irony in that?
A lot of shit does make
You see the irony in that though? It's crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah. How'd you end up becoming friends with G-Face?
Man, I knew him for like a cool minute, like before when he was Ghost. You know? Yeah, I kind of like, you know, was around him, cool dude. Like first time we met up, like, you know, he wanted to do a song with me or whatever, and we did. And then I kind of just like backed away from the whole situation. Around the same time, we all found out. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like when we were here, if you notice, we still were trying to figure out if it was that or if it wasn't. You know, and that's basically that.
Oh yeah, I mean, one of the craziest things that's ever happened on this podcast was the clip of Wack confronting him about his paperwork. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, because I mean, for some reason, I'm just letting everything about G-Face hang out now at this point. But
I mean, that's on you, brother. You brought it up.
G-Face had hit me on FaceTime before he came in to do that interview. And and he's in his whip, and he got a plate of Coke, and I mean like a literal plate, like a big ass plate of Coke. And he's asking me, "You want to come do some?" And I'm like, bro, I don't do Coke. And do you think I'm just like doing Coke on a whim? On
a Wednesday, on a podcast
PM
day.
On a Wednesday? I'm like, no, I'm good. But so then he comes in to do the interview, sweating. He looked crazy as And when Wack brought that shit up, you know, being on Coke is one thing. Being on Coke when you're getting the pressure put on you, that shit'll make you look like you're having a panic attack. So G-Face is sweating. He's looking crazy. Like that was a
I was sitting right there. I saw it.
That was wild to watch. I'm sitting there with my jaw wide open. Like, what the fuck? Pause. Then what am I watching right now?
That shit is crazy to me. Like I said, bro, even with that being said, it's all internet stuff. I mean, have you ever read the actual work though? Be honest. Have you?
I read the old one about him getting in the shootout or him getting
But what they're accusing him now, have you read the work on it or?
Oh, the trucking scheme.
Whatever. The dude that DM'd me. What's his name? The dude that DM'd me. Was it 1090. That dude. Did you read the shit he's allegedly pointing at him? I mean, I don't know. You know,
it's been a minute, but yeah, I mean,
yeah. I just like I said, bro. That situation when everybody else found out is when I found out. Obviously, you know what I mean, and quickly backed away from it. Simple as that, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like. I'm not really gonna sit here and say, oh, you're this, you're that, without having no problem. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? Period, bro. That's on you. Like, handle it the way you want to handle it, and you know, go through your people and your politics and whatever you have to do to get that shit figured out. Because if you want to be a rapper, bro, I'm sorry, bro. This is what the comes with it, bro. All your shit on the table. Right. Figure it out. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna know. So if you're that, bro, like just know that you probably should play somewhere in the field, maybe that's playing behind the curtains.
Bro, think about G-Face right now. He's got the government coming down on him for this crazy trucking
poor guy
thing, whatever. He's got everybody from all kinds of different races who are at least some way associated with him coming down on him. He's allegedly got like a hit on him by the Mexican mafia. I mean, like he told the authorities that. So that's a big deal. That's a reason that you would not want to go to prison.
I didn't even know about that, for real.
I think he told the cops that at a certain point. So, I mean, having like one of the most dangerous criminal organizations wanting to kill you, that's pretty bad.
That's sad.
And then on top of that, he's like detoxing off testosterone while he's locked up for sure, because he was all juiced up prior to this. And that doesn't feel good. Coming off that shit clean with nothing to help you get off of it. He's probably hurt, but that's months ago. That's like that's probably a distant memory. His
probably
balls
good now.
Probably so shriveled up.
What the fuck? He said his balls are.
I mean, that's what happens. Like it's, you know, his body's got to learn to make testosterone again.
I wish the best for him. Whatever, you know, it is what it is. You know,
crazy situation.
That it is a crazy. So I didn't even know about the part that you just said.
It's crazy because you know he's gonna get out and he's gonna hit me up and he's going to do an interview and we're gonna.
And you're probably gonna give it to him for sure, 100%.
And we're gonna have
he's
to.
He's a good dude. He's not a bad dude. Despite all the shit he's done, he's not like I've really hung out with the dude on some like regular shit. He's a good dude, bro. It's just because you chose a career path that comes with, bro, all this shit is going to be thrown on it. Like, come on, bro. It's just facts, bro, at the end of the day. So if you're choosing to be a rapper, whatever skeletons you got in the closet, go ahead and dig them out and throw them on the table now and let them be known.
Yeah. So
then you could just walk with a clean slate. Because if you don't, it's going to bite you in the ass, period.
Yeah. No, it's true. Man, this is a crazy situation. A lot of people will never know how crazy the visual that I once had, though, of you and G-Face was. Because that was the same day that we did the skit where White Dolomite.
Oh, I wanted a fire. I was right there yelling, remember? I was right there yelling like, hey,
I'm going to paint the picture, yeah. So White Dolomite, who, for those who haven't seen the skit or forgot about it.
But we're cool now, though. He hit me up. We straight now.
He is a light-skinned black man who basically looks white until you get a good look at him in just the right light. And you're like, oh, right, he's black. So
this is funny.
He wears overalls. He comes in here and he starts calling Wack, who This just so happens to be the one episode where for some reason Wack's daughter came in who's
yeah, that was the weird because Devin was sitting right here.
Yeah, she's like 18, 19, whatever. So like the guy, the whole idea with the prank is that he and he's done this to a lot of other people. He keeps calling him boy. And then they start to get more and more offended. And then at some point we tell them it's a joke, right? So it's like the fact that Wack's with his daughter makes it even crazier. And then I could just see you in G-Face. You looked like snarling pit bulls. Like you're just like so ready to show out, so mad at this. I
didn't want to do it on camera. I just kept looking at the cameras. I'm like, bro, if we tee off on him on camera right now, this shit about to be so bad.
But I could see it that you know that you can't wild out before Wack says the word because, hey, this is content at the end of the day. But if he did say go, I could tell. And it wasn't just y'all. Lil Jon's right there and he's doing the same thing.
Cuban right there.
Fuck Cuban right there. Everybody is just like, what? Because, I mean, it's one of the easiest, most offensive things you can do in the world is walk up, call a black guy boy.
I didn't know he was a content. I didn't know he was a dude. I didn't know that. Had I known, I would have calmed everybody down. I would have been like, bro, he's a prankster. I didn't know that. He just walked in and started calling Wack boy and in front of his daughter. And I'm like, bro, that's why you heard me yelling right there. Like, hey, Wack, bro, get out of here, bro. You feel who is? And Wack looking confused, and I'm like, bro, who is this dude? You know?
But Wack was hyped because he knows in that situation, he's like, I got 10 guys right over here.
And it's really this guy behind it, which the irony of it all. It's this guy behind it the whole time.
And if that day had not been so hectic, honestly, I might have pulled somebody like Cuban Rob or John to the side and said like, yo, we're about to do a prank. So Wack's going to be heated, but just make sure everybody like isn't tripping super hard.
Yeah.
The fact that I didn't get a chance to tell anybody or warn anybody and I was the only person there, even this, I think I did. I told our security. I told them, I'm like, we're going to do a prank.
Okay, I'm about to say, because come on, you have to have some type of dude. Yeah, okay, so you're smart for doing that at least. But yeah, that day was crazy. Because once we found out it was a joke, I actually went and I looked that dude up after. He's hella funny.
Oh, yeah.
He did, bro. They go run up to supermarkets. They're like, pay for kids, pay for kids. They hand like $2 and a van pulls up. They open it up. There's like 10 little kids in there. And they let 2 little kids walk out. And they close the van. They're like, no, I want to pay for more kids now. Yeah, so it's funny. I actually got to really like, he's a funny prankster.
He did it to Boosie. He did one where he kept calling Boosie boy. But
yeah, he hit me up. You know that, right? He DM'd me and he was like, "Hey, bro, I want to let you know, bro. Like all that shit was for jokes." I was like, "Yeah, bro, we good. I actually just looked your content up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he cool dude."
Man, that shit funny as. Is it true that Wiz Khalifa made you take Bricc Baby off a song?
Yeah.
What happened?
I'm gonna tell you what it is. I have a song. It's called. I actually sent Bricc the DMs about it, but basically, I mean, I don't know what the situation was. I had a song with Wiz Khalifa that I did, and Bricc was over at my house every day. He heard the song. Bricc liked that. I told Bricc to get on the song, and then Bricc got on the song, and then when I sent it to Wiz, Wiz was just like the energy Wiz gave up behind it was just like, yo, bro, like whoever that is, take him off the song, or just take me off and have it be you and him. So when Wiz told me that, I was like, cool, because Wiz, actually, I got a few records with him. That's a good dude right there, you feel me? So I don't want to ruin my relationship with Wiz.
But he said whoever that is, so he didn't even know.
I don't even think he knew, but he could have and maybe didn't tell me.
It wasn't a personal thing?
It was definitely wasn't a, maybe, I'm going to be honest, maybe I didn't ask Wiz that. Wiz was just like, either have it me and you or take me off and you have it be you and old boy.
Got it.
Like that.
I mean, Bricc Baby quite often does not have Wiz Khalifa energy. On
not
songs
that I see
or
it, no.
I mean I could see maybe if he was saying some gangster shit or some crazy shit, maybe Wiz
like every song me and him have is either some storytelling shit or some smoking, like, you know, stoner shit.
It's also when you're dealing with Bricc Baby, there's always a chance that something happened with somebody and maybe Wiz Khalifa's friends with somebody.
I ain't got no more power to him, man. You know what I mean? Thumbs up, Bricc Baby. You know what I mean? Do what you do, man. Get it how you live.
Now I gotta ask him. What's going on with Wiz Khalifa? You ever run down on Wiz Khalifa?
I mean, shit. If that were, I don't know. But like I said, he didn't even sound like he knew who it was, or it was like something directly at him. He just heard the song and seen there was a third verse on it and was like, "Yo, either have it be me and you, or take." You know what I'm saying? That was it.
Okay, makes sense. So you had a cousin that called in to the show.
Yeah, I did.
Describe that. What's your relationship like with him, and what's your opinion of what he was saying?
I just want to let you know one thing real quick. I'm going to just show you one thing. But mind you, 3 days after that, he went and dropped a music video with me. Okay. Just to let you know.
Really?
But I just want to show you one thing, and then you could kind of, you don't have to read it out loud. It's just funny, and I feel like you definitely should see it. Just know that's how cold the world is. You feel what I'm saying? So
should I summarize it without reading it?
Yeah, because you do good at that. Mind you, he has my name tattooed on him, by the way. This is the dude I bailed out of jail, $10,000. Like, this is somebody that's supposed, like, we family, or that's at least what I think.
I mean, this
sums it all up, right?
The time. Oh, okay. I don't know what the date is, but for sure, this is him acknowledging that this is all a play.
I didn't know that. That's, I guess, what he dropped a music video with me. Yeah, I can go to.
I mean, he includes the term "finesse this internet shit."
Yeah.
That's a direct quote. So that definitely seems pretty authoritative. Sure. Okay. Damn. It's a slippery game out here, man.
Slippery. Very slippery. It's cold, actually, bro.
Damn, that's your cousin?
I mean, like that's man. If I could have said at times I felt like he was more than that to me, bro. And that's the sad part, bro. Yeah. He felt, even with the whole Menace situation that happened, bro. I truly felt like he started fighting Compton Menace really to get attention out of it, which, like, the irony and that kills me too, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, like, don't worry about that. I've never been the type of person to ever take anything on the internet. Even when me and you text and fuck around, sometimes I never tell, hey, Adam, you should mention this on air. I've never done that with you. You feel me? Like, what's the point? At the end of the day, like, if we were meant to sit here, it'll happen, just like it's happening now. We're sitting here,
right.
And
for sure, if we're like really locked in,
because I seen you say that, but you had to come up, but I felt like you were just talking about Bricc Baby all day, so I did. So listen, no,
but that was before.
but listen, but at the end of the day, I feel you. Like I said, everything had, and maybe we're here now at the time and period for a reason.
What I do is kind of a crazy thing, because it's like I'm trying to just kind of be neutral on a lot of this shit. But at the same time, with somebody like Bricc who got issues with a bunch of people, I don't want him to feel like I'm just like dragging every person who got something negative to say about him. But it's like, I am going to interview people that are probably going to not like you so much at some point or another. But I'm trying not to like put out the image that I'm like intending to antagonize you to create content,
or shit like that. Period.
Definitely. And at that time, that was definitely.
But thing. You reading that though, it kind of lets you know how far. I don't even want to mention his name. That's how so serious I am about that. Like, me and him would never be cool ever again. I wish the best for him. Okay. No, it ain't no, bro. I have beef with nobody. I wish him the best, bro. I really do, bro. Like, from the bottom of my heart, I wish him nothing but prosperity and success. But I just can't have somebody like that around me. That's all I'm saying, And like, you just see how, you know what I mean? Drops a video 3 days later, here, faggot. Like, bro, come on, knock it off, bro. Like, stop all that, bro. Like, just stop, bro. I'm not promoting that music video. I don't even care if it got Swifty on it. I'm not promoting that video, nothing like that, bro. Just let it be what it is, bro, and let's just move forward from it, bro. I just feel like that shit is so up, because like, that's the same person that when you was calling on the phone and you needed somebody to bail you out of jail was there for you. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, you shouldn't be pulling internet prank without informing the other person, especially if they're your real friend. Never mind blood.
If it wasn't even you and Wax face the whole time when the phone got handed, y'all both kind of looking, who the is that on the phone? Like, I seen your guy, the way your guys' facial like expressions were was like, who the is that on the phone? You feel me? And then him running around telling everybody I'm on no jumper now. Well, how? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should get on there for the shit that you got going on, and what not what somebody else's name being brought up and you wanting a pigtail off of it. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid, bro. Because at the end of the day, that's the same reason why I ain't posted nothing all my shopping, because like I said, bro, like, they gonna have a chance to hear the truth. You feel what I'm saying? And this is the truth. Take it how you want it. Like I said, I've never put myself on a pedestal like I'm perfect. None of us are. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be real with you. I remember when Crip Mac caught his DP, and it was like a lot of people were saying like, it's over. Like, the bubble has been burst. Nobody's gonna respect him going forward.
They respected him more.
Exactly. Within 24 hours, it became very clear to me, like, nah, this is going to make the people love him way more, bro, because now you can never say that he's not the real deal, like really from where he's from. And he kind of came out looking like the more moral person, at least the narrative that was put out there. Because he looks like he got the dog shit beat out of him. And then meanwhile, the video came out, and that's kind of dishonorable in this world,
I seen that. Yeah. That was kind of funny.
Even though then we later heard the story that basically like it wasn't going to be a DP and he jumped out the window and basically like
I seen that video. Made it a DP, which is, but you know,
kind of sounds like him.
It's kind of weird too, because if I tell you this, you'll trip out, bro. Without all this shit, with all this shit going on, bro, I'm telling you, bro, my followers done went up at least 10,000, bro. My view, my stream. So I'm looking at like you would think the shit would, but no, but it's not though, you know. So at the end of the day, like, you know, I'm not saying like, you know, I'm happy that it happened. I'm not, but shit, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just, like I said, bro, I felt like I needed to come and prove what's really real and bring the real to the table, because I can't let nobody scrutinize my character, bro. That's period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What was that for?
I felt like I was about to sneeze.
I thought you were trying to do the broken nose shit. I'm like, what are you?
No.
I'm like, hold on, Adam, what is you doing,
sneeze,
bro?
But then I beat it.
Yeah, I thought literally you were trying to do a little nose.
No.
It's fixed now.
I was like wrestling a sneeze for a second there.
Look good now, right?
Wait. So what is the extent of the injuries? You got your nose broken?
Yeah, my nose got broken.
What else?
My nose got broken.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, my nose got broken.
Oh shit. All right.
Yeah, I had to get surgery. It's cool.
Surgery.
Yeah, I'm back now.
Damn. What was the surgery consist of?
Nothing, just them making my shit back to front, like it was just a little bit tilted to the side.
If I had to get nose
I look
surgery,
like that dude from The Longest Yard. He broke my nose. Look like a little Michael. That's how I looked. It looked like a little curve right there.
Could you respect a dude who got a nose job?
No, I mean, it depends what field you're in. If you're like, you know what I'm saying,
Rapper.
actor or rapper, I don't know.
I was just thinking about it the other day, and I feel like I don't know any dudes who've ever had nose jobs. And that it would be.
Who was that dude that got like
Bandman Kevo?
Oh yeah, him.
But really, a bunch. Drake has the same surgery as Bandman Kevo. Yeah, they take the fat out. I know a bunch of girls who have it too.
Damn.
They take the fat out, but then they also like whatever's left. They like sculpt it to make it look like abs. You ain't never done none of that, right? No. I got a big old belly on me. Yeah,
you got a beer belly.
Yeah, well, not even, but it's like a cracker belly. But you know, if like they can just basically sculpt it, and like I know a bunch of girls who. They don't have like super low body fat, but you could still kind of always see their abs. And that's like abs sculpting. And they like do it when, and then with the girls, they put it in your ass, the fat. But like Bam and Kevo didn't do that. I mean, that's what BBL is. No, that's what BBL is. But Bam and Kevo didn't get a big fake round ass. I mean, I
heard that from what I do know about his situation, I heard that he was just getting a lot of people like poking fingers at him because he got his stomach smaller or something. That's all I heard. Well,
it's like he was taking pictures while it was still healing and the shit was all swollen.
Yeah, that's weird. As a rapper, I don't think you should do that.
Upper body look kind of crazy at one point.
Yeah, as a rapper, I don't think you should do that because you're gonna get. I mean, I say do whatever the you want to do, whatever makes you happy. But as a rapper, I wouldn't say do that because there's gonna be a lot of people putting you down for that. He got a nose job. He got, you know what I'm saying. The most I did was ever get veneers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hip hop accepts veneers.
That's it. Hip hop definitely accepts veneers.
Yeah,
for sure.
half the rappers have those at this point. Yeah, but I feel like your nose is like who you are to a certain point, you know. And if you get a nose job, people are just gonna look at you different. Like you're not being the real you.
Yeah, I think you're right. Getting it broken is different, but getting an actual like, oh, he got made his nose more sculptured it more right. Like that might be a little weird.
Yeah, but girls get nose jobs all the time.
All the time.
And it's one of the most consequential surgeries in the sense that it just makes them look so different.
Is that true?
Usually better, to be totally real.
I'm saying, like, is it true?
You got one?
What?
You got a nose job?
No.
Okay, just curious.
Nah.
Well, she has a nice nose. It's like
she does have a very
small.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
It's like symmetrical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to gas you up or anything. But,
no, but yeah. I mean, I don't know, but I do know that like my process, it was over right away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I went in, the doctor was like, oh, you know what happened? I was like, I got into a fight. He was like, all right, you'll be asleep. You'll wake up in 30 minutes. Go home. You'll be all right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Gave me a couple of Norcos. Went home. I felt better the next day. I was cool.
It was worth it for the Norcos.
Not really. I took like one or two of them. The rest I gave away. I didn't. Yeah.
For sure.
But I felt better though after that because my breathing was kind of like up a little bit. But now I actually breathe better.
Really?
Yeah. I actually breathe better now.
Yeah.
No bullshit. I actually really breathe better now. I had asthma as a kid too, so that should kind of help. I breathe a lot better now.
I don't care about the aesthetics, but if I could breathe better through my nose, for sure I would get that surgery because that actually is the level of oxygen.
You can't breathe correctly?
I feel like it could be smoother. I mean, you don't even know what it's like.
You got a deviated septum or no?
I never had a broken nose, actually.
I got a deviated septum.
But I've got my nose smashed many times. Like,
but it never broke.
Stuff, but it never
you have to hit it the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't.
your nose is like what's determining the oxygen flow to your brain.
To your brain, exactly.
I know people in the poker world who wear these like nose strips that basically like open up.
I had to wear one of those.
And it looks kind of goofy, but they claim that it makes them think better. So it's like worth it for them to wear. But I feel like you could probably also get a surgery that would do a similar thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Or they cut the meat down right here a little bit. Like the meat right here, they'll cut it down a little bit.
Really?
Try it right now. Hold the meat down and try to breathe.
I'm holding the meat down.
All right, Adam, you gotta be so weird. Am I right though?
No, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, that's very, very weird. But
I gotta try one of those strips.
Yeah, the strips may work. You never know.
Wait, so what happened with Compton Menace?
Oh no, that's my boy. I've known him since I was like 11 years. That's like really my boy. You know what I'm saying? Me and him, like we had like another brotherly dispute. You know, and dude was there. I don't want to say his name. The kid, my cousin, whatever, he was there,
right.
And he basically was like, "Don't talk to him like that." Type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Well, really, bro, like Menace would have put his arm around me, we would have walked around the corner, came back shaking hands. That's my bro, you feel me? And then, you know, they squabbled. The video was out. I don't know if you've seen the video. The video came out all over. And then they fought. And then after that, I seen he kind of ran like a media campaign behind it. Like, bro, you're going and doing interviews. Like, bro, come on, bro. It's a fight. Leave it in the streets. Let's move on, bro. You would have never fought him if it wasn't for me and him kind of like bickering and boasting and yelling back and forth to each other. That's really all it was, bro. Me and Menace was just kind of like aggressively talking to each other a little bit. And then he popped out the passenger seat and, you know, said what he said. But, you know, at the end of the day, I love to come to Menace too, man. That's my boy too. Like, you know, it is what it is.
You're all great Americans.
Yeah, great Americans.
Great Californians.
Great Californians for sure.
California's Great Adventure.
Yeah.
AKA No Jumper. We could have named it that.
For sure.
That would probably kind of exclude the rest of the country.
Coolest podcast in the world.
Yeah. Hey, I said that before it was true. I breathed it into existence.
You did? For real?
With a nasal strip.
That's good.
Okay, what I look forward to Wack and Bricc. I'm sure they're gonna have some opinions about this, but what would be your message to both of them when they do speak on this interview, which I assume will happen?
Continue to keep doing y'all and keep making y'all money, and you know, prosper, take care of y'all families, and just do y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no beef with nobody, bro. People got beef with me. That's on them. As far as Wack, I just talked to Wack, ain't got no beef with me. That's my dog. You feel me? As far as Bricc can feel how he wants to feel. You know what I'm saying? I've yet to still run into Bricc, so me and him can have a conversation or whatever with dispute. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's on them. You know what I mean? More power to both of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
For sure.
Period.
I'm gonna do a Remo question. What's your Mount Rushmore of LA hip hop for yourself personally? Like, who's the four most important?
LA hip hop?
Yeah.
In my generation, though?
You know, for you, I don't like doing the Mount Rushmore of the greatest of all time.
Okay.
Because it's just boring. That's like what you think is like correct. I want to know like your top four most important LA rappers to you.
To me, of all time.
Like,
okay. Dot for sure, one of them. You know, I got to give it up to Draco, not because he died, but because of his new sound that he's so influential on. It's like all of a sudden you got all these new artists popping up out the woodworks and they have Draco influence in them. So for that, I got to put Draco up there for sure too. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, like when Draco took me in and did them couple songs with me for no feature price, no nothing, bro, like that was around the time where he was really big, bro, and he didn't charge me a single dollar. You know what I'm saying, bro? Super cool dude, bro. Just see me at the studio, was like, oh, you the little rap, and he go, oh, come on, we finna do some music, bro. Like on some cool shit, you feel me?
That's funny. So many people have that story about Draco.
Yeah, super cool dude, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So many people are like, just not like that specific story, but just like of him just like wanting to do music and just like pulling up on people, just like always trying to like just do shit, you know?
100%. That's definitely him. Yeah. So that's two, right? I have two more.
Yeah.
Man, they can only be LA, right?
Yeah, LA.
Okay. Man, you know what's crazy? I definitely for sure. Does Long Beach count too?
For sure, yeah.
Man, I'm putting Snoop up there for sure. Snoop, that's my guy right there. I have to. Uncle Snoop for sure. And then the last one probably would be, man, this is such a tough one, bro. Man, I'll probably just all time, right?
Yeah.
All right, throw Cube up there and let it be it. Yep. For sure. It's my dog. I grew up with his kids too. So, you know what I'm saying? That puts a little cherry on top more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Rest in peace, Chris King. My bad. I had to say that's my brother.
Yeah, no, Chris was a legend.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Snoop, Draco, Eazy-E.
Okay, yeah, that's
Game.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like for me on a personal level, those might be the most.
Damn, I didn't throw Game up there twice. That's crazy. That's my nigga too.
Maybe. To be honest though, I listen to Eazy so much.
Still until this day.
But I listened to him mostly like in elementary and junior high. Okay. And then I feel like I fell out of touch with his catalog as I got older. I should probably honestly do like one of those days where you just listen to a bunch of albums from somebody. But he was a fucking goat.
That was still a good top roller. I have a question for you though.
That's the first rapper I love to die.
Who?
Eazy,
the one of the ones.
95.
Yeah, he one of the ones. That's why I told you it was so tough for me. Yeah. I told you I'm like, it's tough because you're only giving me 4 options.
It's tough.
It was tough. But I had a question for you. I wanted to ask you. So, as far as everything that you didn't see, and as far as everything I showed you, doesn't it make it look like this shit is just so fucked up, and how quickly something like that can turn into like such just for no reason, like
just the whole narrative that ended up getting put out there and stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Just as far as you really got head on to see like everything. So it's like, it's kind of, it's a little up, you feel me? But that's what it comes with though.
I feel like you can use this as a jumping off point to get people interested in hearing your music. What would you say that they should go check out if they were trying to tap in with your music right now?
I mean, I just dropped a project, Fineo too. Fineo's acronym for failure is not an option. I'm dropping another album right now I'm working on. I got, couple labels like that's interested in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're gonna see what to do. I still haven't decided who I'm going with, I have the GM of Virgin here with us, you know what I'm saying? Also maybe XO. I don't know yet, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe XO with the little Middle Eastern thing that could work. Like I don't know,
Right.
Yeah. Definitely. But definitely, or just doing the indie thing, you never know. But yeah, I'm working on my album right now. Just working, bro. Working on bettering the music, bettering myself as a human.
You hate Drake?
Why'd you just look at me like that and answer that, Dwight? No, I mean, I wish he wouldn't have got that BBL.
I feel like you're Team Kendrick. You're Team Kendrick, right?
I'm not Team Dot. No, not at all. I Dot, but as far as who won, we'll give it up to Dot. Yeah, but as far as the whole, I don't hate Drake, but you know what I'm saying? I felt like he could have came way harder. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that, bro. Like, why ain't you had that same energy that, is that a world tour, your girl? So why you ain't come with that energy?
He did have that energy at first, and then
but then it kind of like
did the onslaught.
Yeah, bro.
And Family Matters got like neutralized by Not Like Us, and then that final song that Drake put out was basically him being like, "Oh man, I'm
dangling.
I'm taking my ball and I'm going home." It was just like, damn, like that. That felt like a concession speech, like when the presidential candidate loses and they got to go on stage and be like, "All right, I tried, man, it's over."
Yeah,
that's what that felt like for sure. That was. But all right, I'm trying to figure out where everybody is at, Team Kendrick or Team Drake. So
I'm Team Dot. I'm Team Dot for sure. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense. I know I'm a Dot, but yeah, Kendrick. Yeah, I'm Team Kendrick for
LA
sure.
Loyalist.
LA loyalist.
It's tough to be an LA guy.
Yeah, and I fuck with that whole camp too. I have to. You know what I'm saying?
Being
Shout out
in
Top,
LA and being Team Drake is like being in LA and being a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
Like if you live in my neighborhood and you put up a Trump sign,
oh wow,
decent chance your neighbor is not going to with you.
That's crazy.
I assume.
Who would you have wanted to win? Let's just say that. Like if you had who would you have wanted to win that?
I think it's still up in the air.
Yeah, I mean that's what everybody keeps saying.
Kendrick won round one.
Round one.
I'm not going to count Drake out yet.
All right, yeah, I feel it. I don't know. I feel like that could still be considered round one. If you want to talk about records, there's been so many records thrown out there. You know what I'm saying? Drake put out how many records that was considered a diss? What, 5?
5, something like
5?
That.
Like that's, come on, bro.
That's a lot.
And then the way you said he took the ball home and ran with that kind of is accurate. So
yeah, I didn't love that song. He kind of rushed it out too. Yeah. I felt like if they had
you Team Drake, it's good though.
Yeah. I'm a little bit of an OVO agent, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, not really, but
that's what's up.
I don't really. Yeah, I don't. I'm definitely probably more Team Drake. I feel like he got a raw deal.
At least you keep it real about it. Yeah. That's what's up.
He got a raw deal.
Yeah.
He'll be all right though. He's coming back. All right, Peshi, appreciate you, man.
My boy.
Good talking to you.
My man.
Much love.
All right.
Everything goes well. It's very interested to see what various people got to say about this one.
Come on.
But let's go.
All right.
Peshi, No Jumper, coolest podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. Bow, bow, bow.